Prepare to enter a world of fierce combat and unforgettable characters as we bring you our highly anticipated list of the top 10 fighting games of all time. From the streets to the arena, these games have captured the hearts of gamers around the world with their intense action, stunning visuals, and iconic characters. On number 10, we have Persona 4 Arena Ultimax. Persona 4 Arena Ultimax is an oddball pseudo-sequel to both Persona 3 and Persona 4, pitting the characters from Atlus' successful RPG series against each other in fighting game tournaments. This full edition of Persona 4 Arena, which was just re-released for PlayStation 4, Switch, and PC, now includes every character released via DLC, as well as 2 whole narrative missions that continue beyond the events of Persona 4. Characters fight using their personas, providing this 4-button combatant 2 different button inputs for each tandem team. The fast-paced fighting is reminiscent of past Arc System works such as Guilty Gear. It is, however, significantly more accessible for newbies coming from the JRPG format of earlier Persona games. Then on number 9, we will talk about Street Fighter V Champion Edition. Return to the streets in the latest installment of the gold standard in 2D fighting games, Street Fighter V. Champion Edition includes 40 World Warriors to play as in one-on-one combat in story, arcade, local multiplayer, and online modes. The series novelty comes in the form of V-Trigger and V-Skills, which allow players to easily unleash a character's unique and strong powers. Those new to the genre will find a wonderful place to start here, while returning brawlers will feel right at home with Street Fighter V. Street Fighter V has been around for nearly 5 years and has only grown better with age and Capcom upgrades. More characters and elements have been introduced since the debut of Champion Edition in early 2020 to keep both competitive and casual gamers engaged. Recent cast additions include returning favorites Dan and Rose, rival schools graduate Akira, and a glimpse into the future of Street Fighter with the entrance of Luke. All of this is in addition to the V-Shift mechanism. Moving forward, on number 8 comes Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Few games have a lineup as outstanding as Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. What began as a series featuring a handful of colorful Nintendo characters such as Mario, Pikachu, Ness, and Kirby has grown into a massive cast that includes legendary properties owned by third-party developers and publishers. Cloud from Final Fantasy, Steve from Minecraft, Banjo-Kazooie, and fighting game characters like Ryu and Ken from Street Fighter are among the outside additions. The unparalleled cast is now complete, with the addition of Kingdom Hearts Sora in mid-October, bringing the total number of distinct combatants to 82. Everyone is here to battle it out in a platform fighter for up to 8 players at the same time, with online and offline Smash modes chock full of iconic levels, music, and goodies that make fights even more entertaining. Smash Bros. Ultimate is a jubilant celebration of video games, and it's difficult to resist the enchantment of putting Solid Snake against Mega Man or Link against Simon Belmont. This game is an extraordinarily delightful grin factory that is as entertaining to play as it is to contemplate. Then on number 7 is Guilty Gear Strive. Arc System Works' anime-inspired 2D fighter is a visual stunner, and its latest edition, Guilty Gear Strive, makes the gameplay even more approachable to a wider audience. Strive's graphic style, like that of its predecessor, includes gorgeous 3D character models that move as if they were 2D sprites. The illusion is excellent, and it sets up the mind-blowing camera sweeps that reveal the actor's true size, while remaining gorgeous from every perspective. Guilty Gear offers a suite of air dashes, extensive character dynamics, and a flexible Roman cancel system for those searching for more intricacy in a combat game. The inclusion of rollback netcode, which delivers a smoother, more consistent online experience than Arc System Works' prior online ventures, is Strive's most important upgrade for competitive players. Guilty Gear Strive is now one of the hottest fighting games available, so if you want to witness the newest and best, go no further. Up next on number 6 is Dragon Ball FighterZ. Leave it to Arc System Works to create one of the most visually appealing fighting games available. Dragon Ball FighterZ is one of the best adaptations of the Dragon Ball anime and manga, using Arc System's deception to make 3D models seem as 2D sprites. In 3-on-3 combat, you must assemble a team of Dragon Ball characters to engage in fast-paced tag bouts. Choose from a variety of Goku's, Vegeta's, Saiyan family members, Earthborn buddies, or even any of Dragon Ball's evil villains to join your squad. Matching up against select characters may trigger unique animations such as dramatic finishes, which mimic situations from the anime like Yamcha's Crater Death or Gohan's usage of a father-son Kamehameha to finish off Cell. Dragon Ball FighterZ is now the top competitive tag fighter, so its credentials as a fun fighting game are as solid as its adaptation of the classic shonen manga on which it is based. On number 5, we will talk about Tekken 7. The King of Iron Fist tournament continues the fight. In its narrative mode, Tekken 7 follows the history of dads tossing boys into volcanoes, while also being a perfect example of a fun 3D fighter. Unlike many of the other games on this list, players in this game may maneuver around the arena in 3 dimensions. They may evade or strike enemies from sides and angles that games like Street Fighter or Guilty Gear do not allow. Each fighter's limb is assigned to a distinct button, giving the player control over which side their strikes are coming from. The bouts in Tekken are hard-hitting and exciting, with each character bringing their unique style of martial arts to the game. You may pick between more conventional combatants like Kazuya, who employs hard punches, kicks, and sweeps, and flashier competitors like Eddie Gordo, who uses capoeira. A severe slowing effect induced by last strikes or near misses from round-ending haymakers is new to Tekken 7. On number 4 comes about Soul Calibur 6. The emphasis on weapons has always distinguished Soul Calibur from other combat games. In combat, each fighter uses their favored weapon, which gives a set of distinct maneuvers and tactics. Those carrying a large blade, such as Nightmare or Siegfried, have a long reach and hit very hard, while opponents with nimbler weapons, such as Taki or Raphael, rely on fast attacks and swift movement. Soul Calibur 6, like its Bandai Namco-developed sibling, Tekken, takes place on a 3D plane, allowing for sidesteps and even free roaming around the battlefield. Are you concerned about being disoriented by Soul Calibur's 6th location in the series lore? This entry solves that difficulty by serving as both a reboot and a sequel to the Soul Calibur series. Its Soul Chronicles feature allows players to relive each character's actions throughout the series' history, with updated events pertaining to the plot of this game. Soul Calibur 6 clearly stands out from the crowd, but it's also one of the most enjoyable games available right now. Up next on number 3, we have Mortal Kombat 11. Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate is a gruesome but beautiful culmination to the narrative arc that started with Mortal Kombat in 2011. MT11's greatest accomplishment is a best-in-class narrative mode that not only tells a terrific story, particularly for long-standing series fans, but it's also enjoyable to play. Kronika, mother of the Elder Gods and Timekeeper, is essential to the plot. She is taking extraordinary steps to correct an abnormality in the universe's destiny caused by Raiden's actions years ago. The ensuing fight between Earthrealm warriors and Kronika's armies is theatrical and corny in all the greatest ways. Time travel and parallel timeline antics occur, culminating in a final showdown for control of all of time. On number 2, we have Skullgirls' second Encore. Skullgirls was created as a tribute to the playstyle of tag games like Marvel's Capcom 2. You may pick up to 3 characters to battle with. You do have the option of going with fewer, which results in your team or lone member having extra health to compensate for the absence of teammates. This team size versatility allows players to embrace the intricacy of a tag fighter or focus on and master just one character, which is a unique feature in the current fighting game lineup. Skullgirls' recent revival is due in part to the introduction of excellent rollback netcode, which has proven to be a vital asset since the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic. Originally, the game included an all-female cast, each coupled with a parasite that grants them extraordinary abilities. Male characters were eventually added to the cast. Lastly, we will talk about Gundam Verses. Who doesn't like to see enormous robots fight it out in free-roaming 2-on-2 battles? In Gundam Verses, you'll partner up with another building-sized mech to travel freely on land and in the sky, while using laser swords, cannons, and everything else in your arsenal to beat an opponent team. It is a Gundam fan's dream with a cast of over 90 suits drawn from 17 years of anime and comics. Just don't anticipate an epic single-player tale. If you're going to play Gundam Verses, it'll be for online combat. We hope you've enjoyed this journey through the world of fighting games and that it has reignited your love for the genre. Thank you for joining us, and until next time, keep on fighting.